Hey guys, now this story is actually very relevant to what's going on today in the media. So, anyway, this story is called Off the Wall. In 1899, 122 years ago, in 1899, four newspaper reporters from Denver, Colorado set out to tear down the Great Wall of China, and they almost succeeded. Literally. The four met by chance one Saturday night in a Denver railway depot. Al Stevens, Jack Tornay, John Lewis, Hal Wilshire. They represented the four Denver papers, the Post, the Times, the Republican, and the Rocky Mountain News. Each had been sent by his respective newspaper to dig up a story, any story, for the Sunday edition. So the reporters were in the railway station, hoping to snag a visiting celebrity should one happen to arrive that evening by train. None arrived that evening by train or otherwise. The reporters started commiserating. For them, no news was bad news. All were facing empty-handed return trips to their city desk. Al declared he was going to make up a story and hand it in, and the other three laughed. Someone suggested they all walk over to the Oxford Hotel and have a drink. So they did. Jack said he liked Al's idea about faking a story. Why didn't each one of them fake a story and get off the hook? John said Jack was thinking too small. Four half-baked fakes didn't cut it. What they needed was one real whopper they could all use. Another round of drinks. A phony domestic worker would be too easy to check. A phony domestic story would be too easy to check on, so they began discussing foreign angles that would be very difficult to verify. And that is the rest of the story. China was distant enough, they agreed. They would write about China. John leaned forward, gesturing dramatically in the dim light of the bar. Try this one on, he said. Group of American engineers stopping over in Denver en route to China. The Chinese government is making plans to demolish the Great Wall. Our engineers are bidding on the job. Harold was skeptical. Why would the Chinese want to destroy the Great Wall of China? John thought about it for a moment. They're tearing down the ancient boundary to symbolize international goodwill and to welcome foreign trade. Another round of drinks. By 11 o'clock, all four reporters had worked out the details of their preposterous story. After leaving the Oxford bar, they would go over to the Windsor Hotel. They would sign four fictitious names to the hotel register. They would instruct the desk clerk to tell anyone who asked that four New Yorkers had arrived that evening, had been interviewed by reporters, had left early the next morning for California. The Denver newspapers carried the story, all four of them on the front page. In fact, the Times headline that Sunday read, Great Chinese Wall Doomed, Peking Seeks World Trade. Of course, the story was a phony, a ludicrous fabrication concocted by four capricious newsmen in a hotel bar. But their story was taken seriously, and it was picked up and expanded by newspapers in the eastern United States and then by newspapers abroad. When the Chinese themselves learned that the Americans were sending a demolition crew to tear down their national monument, most were indignant. Some were enraged. Particularly incensed were the members of a secret society, a volatile group of Chinese patriots who were already wary of foreign intervention. They, inspired by the story, exploded, rampaged against the foreign embassies in Peking, and slaughtered hundreds of missionaries. In 2 months, 12,000 troops from 6 countries joined forces, invaded China with the purpose of protecting their own countrymen. The bloodshed which followed, sparked by a journalistic hoax, invented in a barroom in Denver, became the white hot international conflagration, known to every high school history student as the Boxer Rebellion. And now you know the rest of the story. See, media's been doing all sorts of funny stuff for a long time. It's not just today. So you got to be careful of the media you watch, the news, the websites, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, thought you might enjoy that. Thanks. Bye-bye.